All good. How you doing, Ten?
Doing good, doing good.
Yeah. How's it over there in Spain? Obviously, you're out there and you saw the whole World Cup and all the fans. How's it been over there? Or how
Yeah,
was it when they won the World Cup?
very good. Got to kind of experience it. I guess seeing Spain win another World Cup, second time in history,
Yeah.
and and all that, and obviously, I think yeah, it was a good vibes all around that night, beating Argentina and winning the World Cup. So yeah, pretty good. It was at least a high point, unlike watching Newcastle last season. So at least there was some sort of good that came out of this year. But maybe for the second half of this year, it's probably going to be good for us as well, Newcastle. But yeah, it was a good, you know, very fun seeing the World Cup here in Spain, especially after that first game against Capo Verde, where it was a 0-0 draw, and I
Yeah,
was a
yeah.
bit like,
They must have
yeah,
lost their minds.
yeah, so maybe Spain might fall short against somebody in the latter rounds, but obviously that didn't happen, and now Spain are world champions and European champions as well. So yeah, everything's doing good, and to be honest, with what's happened the past couple of weeks or so, I don't know. It feels like it's been, or maybe it's been a week, like since we've kind of known about the new manager. So I think there's a lot more excitement compared to what do you call this 2 weeks ago, for example, from a Newcastle
Yeah,
perspective. So
yeah.
yeah, but
I
everything's
hear what
good.
you're saying, bro. Yeah, we're gonna get into all that. You get me? Shout out to everyone in here. Shout out to the mods. We got Lion Point, Lynn in the building. Big up Scants, my bro. You get me? We got 10 in there. Supposed to have Sleaze at Arsenal. That's what we call him, but his microphone and the stuff is acting up. Been here for like an hour trying to sort that. So that's a big shame. But 10 all the way over in Spain, Newcastle United fan. I don't know. Wait, hold on. How did you become a Newcastle United fan? Because people get intrigued. Me, get me? Being a black
Yeah.
guy from North London, Tottenham, they're up.
Oh,
They're intrigued by why I'm on Newcastle. I've not actually asked you.
yeah.
Why are you Newcastle United supporter? How? You get what I'm
Okay.
saying? What
So
what gave you that spark, bro? Before we get into the season and we get into everything. Shout out to everyone.
it
Go on.
was
Hit them like
it was
buttons, people.
yeah, it was the 7th of October. No, I'm kidding. No, I've been a Newcastle fan.
Big
As
up the
most
moves.
people say, oh, he's a post takeover fan. No, I've suffered at least
Yeah, I
10
hate that.
years. I've suffered at least 10 years of Mike Ashley. So I've been supporting Newcastle for what, 15 years, and I'm
Yeah,
not a
yeah.
fake fan if I have what, you see, they're tattooed. So that was my first tattoo. I was like, I had to get this as a tattoo. It was my first
Yeah,
tattoo
yeah.
uh
Okay.
3 years ago or something. But I started going, well, okay, so how I become a Newcastle fan. So
Yeah.
I wasn't into football until like around
Big up Steve.
South Africa 2010, and I
Okay.
was already like 11, 12 years old at that time. Like I was born in the late 90s, but I wasn't
Okay.
really into football, whatever. At like during my, when I was what, 5, 6, 7 years old, I
Yeah,
didn't
yeah,
really
yeah, yeah,
knew
yeah.
anything about football. And also, I grew up in a country that wasn't known for football. I grew up in Philippines and
Oh,
all
you're from the
that. So
Philippines. Oh,
yeah, yeah,
same.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah. So just so that people are like, oh my gosh, this guy's a fake Filipino. No, there you go.
man's got his
Passport.
man's got his cool, bro. It's all
People
right,
say,
man. Go on. We believe
yeah,
you.
but what do you call this? So Philippines is usually not known as a
Big up Trina.
football, soccer, whatever I call it
Yeah,
football, a
soccer.
football
Yeah.
country. It's more
I
of a
hope you call it football.
basketball country, and obviously, I think
Boxing.
it's next month. Manny Pacquiao's fighting
Yeah,
next
yeah,
month,
pack yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so that's something. So I actually because I know a lot of other people say, um, "Oh, why didn't guy support his local Philippine club. You know, back
Ah,
in 2010, there was actually no local Philippine football club for me to support. You know, like they didn't have
yeah,
a football club back 15, 16 years ago. And
yeah.
so I obviously watched the World Cup of South Africa, which coincidentally was the one that Spain also won. So, and then I watch on TV more football, club football, and all that. And it mainly most of the time showed either La Liga or Premier League, but it usually shows the Premier League games because the games were earlier kickoffs compared to Spain. Whereas like the bigger games are at like 3 in the morning, whereas the big games in England are usually at like 12:30,
Yeah,
1:30.
yeah, yeah.
Like those are at least a little bit better time for me. Um, so I was mostly watching Premier League football, and I watched the 2010-11 season, which was the first season Newcastle come back up, the 4-4 against Arsenal and all that. But I
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
really at that time. I wasn't really a Newcastle fan, but I was just watching the Premier League as just a fan.
Enjoying it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Um, I think okay. I would say if I wasn't a Newcastle fan, which other Premier League team would I have picked?
Go on.
It would have probably been Chelsea. I'll be honest.
Oh
But
wow.
like at that, I remember because most of the people when I was growing up, like my classmates, whatever, were either Man United or Chelsea fans. That was
Yeah, yeah,
the two back
yeah. Of
then. There
course.
was not.
The
I
obvious. The
didn't really.
obvious.
Yeah, at that, especially at that time as well. You know, under Fergie and how good Chelsea were back then. But in the 2011-12 season, which was the Aguero season, or as I like to call it, the Pape Cisse season, um, I just remember that early start of the season, 2011. I was like, oh, you have Man City, Man United. And then I think Newcastle had like a 10, 11, 12 game unbeaten run at the start of the season and were third in the Premier League. And I was like,
Yep.
where's this team? You know, and then I just looked up on the team, and then I found out what he calls the nickname Toon Army.
Yeah, yeah.
Back
Done
back
your
then,
research. Mm?
back then, I didn't actually know what Toon in the context of a Geordie accent
Yeah,
was.
yeah, yeah.
I used to think it was cartoon, like
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
cartoon,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
then black and white. And in a way, black is kind of like my favorite color. So I was
Black.
like,
Hold on, hold on.
okay,
Black. Hold on. No pun intended. No pun intended on myself. You said black is your favorite color.
in general.
Fucking. Is that even a cut? Anyway, go on. Carry on. My bad.
Yes.
Sorry. Go on.
but but then yeah, and then what you call this? And then I would say the player at Newcastle that got to me. I know a lot of people would have said Ben Arfa, but for me it was Johan Kabay. Johan
Yeah.
Kabay.
He
That
slept on. Say the name again. Johan Kabay. Yeah, I've had this
yeah.
argument before.
He
Yeah, yeah.
for me, I would say he was the Bruno. Well, okay, at least my time. The Bruno before the Bruno.
I think he was
You
better
know,
than Bruno. I've had this argument before, but anyway,
for
that's my
me,
opinion.
the one I remember was that free kick against Man United, the 3-0 at home. I think it was on Boxing Day or something. And then on New Year's. And then I just remembered watching a lot more of Newcastle that season. I remember, I think it was Newcastle against Swansea 2-0, Pape Cisse, the orange kit.
Yeah, yeah.
And the dink over. I remember watching Newcastle
I
Bolton,
remember
the
that.
Hutton Ben Arfa halfway line, you know, like Messi-esque. I was like, yeah, I think this is my team and all that. And I was, to be honest, the only Newcastle fan when I was growing up and all that. And I remember the 2-0 victory against the Papi Cisse goal against Chelsea, the second one. So yeah,
Big
I would
boy
say
goes.
that was a pretty good time. And then the following season was downhill from there. You know, 16th place, lost to
Yeah.
Sunderland 3-0. Probably could have gotten
Please don't.
relegated.
Yeah. Oh, see that, bruv? And you know what? Please don't. And big up to everyone in the chats, man. And I appreciate you hitting them like buttons. People are bigging you up as well. 10 in the chat, all the way. Philippine guy, all the way in Spain. Newcastle United
Yeah.
supporter. He just broke it down to you roughly.
And
Um,
I've been to Newcastle, just to let people know I've been to
yeah,
Newcastle.
that's what. And even if you didn't, bro, because You get me? No, yeah. Well, you're certified now, innit? Get me? Because
Yeah.
at some point you have to go to, you know what I mean? So I get it.
Yeah, like
Um,
my first trip to the UK, which was like 18 months ago,
mm.
was well, for sure. I was going to Newcastle first, and
All
then
day though.
yeah, of course, and then coincidentally, there was a game. It was the Spurs Newcastle game,
Mm.
like a couple of days after New Year's 2025. So a couple months before we won the Carabao Cup. So I went. I actually got a ticket for that Spurs Newcastle game. We won two. We won because I had to sit with the Spurs fans. So I
Yeah,
kind
fuck
of
that.
have to.
Yeah.
So that was actually my first Premier League game. Watching Newcastle play against Spurs at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, sitting with the Spurs fans. So whenever obviously Spurs scored the first goal. I remember. I think
Yeah.
it was Solanke. Everyone around me was celebrating. I was just standing up. I was clapping my hands because I don't know if people whatever.
Yeah.
And then when, yeah, unfortunately, Gordon scored, and then a certain guy that plays at Liverpool also scored technically the winning goal. Everyone was upset. I had to pretend to be upset. I was like, oh damn,
You know
that's
what? You know
unfortunate.
what, Tim? You didn't even have to. They probably thought you just a bloody tourist, just there for the happy clapping. That's what they probably
Yeah,
thought anyway. So either way,
yeah,
they would allowed you probably anyway. You get what I'm saying?
yeah,
But just quickly, 'cause obviously we're gonna get into your point of view. Get me, and trust me, like, and the way things are going with Newcastle right now, people can say all they want. They want international fans, get me, to so-called
yeah,
grow the revenue and all this
yeah,
marketing and all this jazz. But big up to Tuna. He's an Arsenal fan. How did I support Newcastle? I've said it before. I'll make it quick. It's Alan Shearer. You get me? I blame him for the good and I blame him for the bad. You get what I'm saying? 11 years old from North London, Tottenham. Everyone else, just like Ten said, supports the usuals, the Arsenals and this and that. Even in my hometown, Tottenham, you got loads of Arsenal fans. It's not far from each other. You get what I'm saying? Me personally, Euro 96, saw everyone gassing over this guy and Shearer. Wherever he went, I would have been there. If he stayed at Blackburn, I would have been a Blackburn fan right now. If he actually took that offer from Sir Alex Ferguson, I wouldn't be sitting in this right now. So Alan
yeah,
Shearer never looked back. You get me? Seen two relegations. Obviously, won the Carabao Cup. That was like the major thing that I've seen. Obviously gone to games, a lot of away games, Champions League home games. So yeah, never look back. You get what I'm saying? And there's more of us out there somewhere. I thought I was the only guy in the village. Well, I was the only guy in the village. Because I'm a bit older than you, 10. You get me? So there weren't social media. All you had was newspapers, something called teletext. Had
yeah,
no Newcastle friends. I had to talk to myself, my bro. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, man, it's nice. It's all love, bro, and it's unique. You get me? And believe it or not, there's some honest fans out there that actually openly tell me, especially from out of England, they say it straight. And these are grown men. They say, "Yeah, I'm a takeover fan. I started supporting Newcastle when they got taken over." And they're actually out there, and they're actually the same with Chester, which is mad. But it's all good, isn't it? More fans, the more so-called revenue,
yeah.
and blah blah blah. But yeah, what was your thoughts on? I haven't spoken to you. I'm not sure what your opinion is. What was your thoughts on? Before I go back to last season, when Eddie Howe walked, what was your thoughts on that? Was you happy? Was you sad? But you thought like, what was your feeling?
Okay.
Was you shocked?
So for me, I know the news came after the preseason loss against Bristol City. I
Yeah,
didn't actually watch either of the two preseason games against Gateshead and Bristol City because I just couldn't find the access to it, and also
yeah, yeah.
because why would I want to watch, the same tactics and from what people have said, oh the football and all was terrible, but when the news broke the day after the Bristol City game, I had to make sure. I think it was Fabrizio Romano's tweet on Twitter, and then it was Ornstein. I had to check. Oh, it's a verified account. So I was like, oh, okay, it's actually going to happen. Um, my initial reaction, I actually did a emergency stream that day, like what last week, for that, and I gave more of my thoughts on it. But in summary, I would say basically that's how I found out. Like um, in summary, I'm happy that Eddie Howe left. I would say
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of people wanted him to move on. But I would say this: I am grateful for what he's achieved. I think he's done what he was, well, what the ownership wanted him to do, and probably exceeded more than that. And now I think he's reached that ceiling, and and just like a roof,
Yeah,
eventually
yeah.
it would go down. So I think I would say even if we kept Eddie Howe, I don't think we would be in a relegation battle, like if we still have him right now. But
Wait, hold on. If we kept Eddie Howe, you would. What are you saying? You think we wouldn't be in a relegation battle this season?
well, okay, we might be in a relegation battle, but we
Big
won't
up
get
for the
relegated.
news.
We won't get relegated. That's what I would say. But I was
And how do you
happy,
feel now then? Sorry, how do you feel now then? Now we've got a new coach.
a lot more
And
excited.
yeah, okay,
Yeah, a
cool. I
lot
was
more
gonna say the
excited.
opposite. But wait, what makes you think? Me personally, I thought. Look, man, Eddie had to go. Eddie had he should have left respectfully. Definitely
Yeah,
after the Sunderland game at home. That was a sham. Do you get what I'm saying? Ran
yeah,
out of ideas, getting predictable. He looked tired himself. He didn't look as energetic on the sidelines. I feel like certain players already tapped out, already orchestrating moves anyway. And I thought even if we kept the players that have gone now, who have down tooled in my opinion,
yeah,
and added more players, I just think the same stilled energy would have went into new season and he would have went left anyway. Do you get what I'm saying? So he had to walk. I think there's many reasons why he walked. One of them was probably to do with the new direction. Probably ain't got the energy to so-called rebuild. And to be honest, lashes, 100 lashes for the owners because they should have put him out of his misery before he had to put himself out of his own misery. So that's where I was
yeah.
concerned. Anyway, so that was crazy. But yeah, after that Bristol City game, call it a friendly, call you what you want. It was just the same old ish. And I said, nah, this can't happen. And lo and behold, he quit. But yeah, gone on to the new coach. Did you know much about him before he came in situ? Or you only just heard about him
Uh,
like most people?
I
I don't think no
didn't
one's really heard
know.
of him before.
I didn't know much about him. I just know that he won the if well I checked. Oh, he coached the Al Ahly team in the Saudi Pro League and
Yeah,
won
yeah.
the Asian Champions League. So I knew, if he's able to do that with that sort of team, I think that's pretty good, especially back to back. I think that's the
Mm-hmm.
first time any coach has done that in
Tunis
Asia
crazy. Yeah,
and
yeah.
all that. So I didn't know too much about him, but I think it feels like now the direction of managers,
Yeah,
especially
yeah.
even in just like medium or bigger clubs, you actually see a lot more younger managers. Like let's say in the Premier League, you have us, who's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
he's 38 now. Fabian
Mm-hmm.
Hutzler at Brighton, he's pretty young.
He's young.
I'm pretty sure Glasner is like 40-ish,
I
and
don't
then
know, but I know the
and then
Brighton
Michael
manager's young.
Carrick, you
Yeah,
have
yeah.
Xabi Alonso. So I feel like a lot of the teams in the Premier League, have
That
very
direction. Yeah.
younger managers. So I think, well, Eddie Howe is also quite young in the
No,
managerial sense,
he's young
but
in himself, but in terms of this new coach, he's 38. Do you get what I'm saying?
yeah,
I think we needed new, regardless what we think about the signings coming in or not, because a lot of people are optimistic. You said you're excited. I'm not excited. I'm not deflated. I'm just intrigued, but I don't.
yeah,
it's the not knowing. It's a bit of anxiety. Do you get what I'm saying? Because
yeah,
the coach, he looks good on paper. He looks good. I see the clips. He's got energy. His ideas. How he wants to play. The intensity. The press. He's got the players doing bloody press ups and all sorts. It looked like it was a tough gig out there in La Manga. Obviously, the cameras are there, so for sure. But there's one thing seeing showing it on camera and doing it in real life. The timing wasn't great for me, but it is what it is. I just hope he gets the right backing because obviously the players that came in weren't his idea of players. I just hope he's working. You know what I mean? Obviously, he's working with the sporting director Ross Wilson, so hopefully they're on the same page. That's very important because Eddie Howe at
yeah.
times, a lot of times, clearly was not on the same page with many other people. So yeah, like so going into the new season, you don't think well now well you said with Eddie Howe you didn't think it would be in a relegation battle. I think it was heading one way. Not saying we'll get relegated, but I think it was heading for a real battle. So
Yeah,
even with this guy involved, what's your and obviously the transfers window ain't done yet. We've been heavily linked with Heuerberg. that apparently would have been experienced as in a direct replacement for Bruno Guimaraes, but that's been a few hours ago. Keith Downey's been mentioning that. 31 years of age, Højbjerg. Doesn't excite me, but that's what they look. That's the route they want to do. As it stands, what's your feeling then? What you think Newcastle are going to do some miracle and surprise people mid-table? What's your feeling right now? What's a reasonable as you're looking at it right now? What's a reasonable positioning you think we should be kind of finishing?
I think this is even before watching the game tomorrow against Valencia, which I think will be a good test for us. And even if we don't beat Valencia tomorrow, I just want to see something kind of like that new energy. So this is saying without any context of what happens before watching Leisler ball, you would say.
Yeah, Leisler ball. Yeah.
But I would say, you know what? This is going to sound very,
big up tune.
I would say this will sound very delusional.
Say what you feel, man.
Said, oh, he sounds like a good lad. Now watch. Now, I'll say this is going to sound very. You know what? I said
it's your opinion, bro. Say it with your chest. Yeah. I say some wild things. People,
they call me 27 season. I'm like, watch this be like my delusional era. Make it one season where I am like, you know what? I think something big can happen for Newcastle. Not relegation, but I mean the other way around. Not just because we're used to qualifying for Champions League like 4th, 5th, fine. Knock on wood. I'm not saying we're going to win it. I think we could be in a title challenge as a surprise package.
Never. You don't believe that. What? When you say title challenge, you mean title challenge or put
like, let's say,
that's a big statement, bro. You're not saying 4th or 5th, which is crazy anyway. You're saying title. Come on.
I would say
what we doing there?
Kind of like how Aston Villa were last season around December time. Yeah, like when Aston Villa were like 2nd, 3rd in the Premier League last season. And people were like, maybe not. And then they eventually, plateaued and finished. I think they finished 4th, Villa. So I think ultimately we'll finish 4th, 5th. But I think at one point this season, it could be early in the season, like October, November. I think we can be like, people will be like, damn. This Newcastle team, first 10 games of the season. And if you look at our first 10 games of the season, the first 10 games of the season are actually...
That's all they say. That's all they say.
Pretty decent. I think, like, we're playing... Okay, our first 2 games are against Big 6 teams. Big 6. Liverpool at home, Spurs away. But when I say Spurs away, that is basically St. James's Park 2.0. Because we always win there. We always do. But then after that first game, we have 8 straight games against teams that on our day we can beat. With this new manager, this sort of new energy or whatever. Because I think after the Spurs game, we play Bournemouth at home. And this is without Eddie Howe. And this is also without Iraola.
Yeah.
And then we play, I think it's Crystal Palace or something.
Yeah.
Coventry, Hull City, Aston Villa, Everton, Fulham. I think that's like the 8.
Wait a minute. So what it sounds like? It sounds like you think we're going to do a bloody Leicester. That's what it sounds like. Is that what you're implying?
Somewhat.
That's so wishful thinking.
I'm not saying we're going to win the Premier League, but you know what?
That's crazy. Yeah.
You know who won the Premier? Okay, this is the super delusional.
Say it with chest, bro. Get me? It's so good.
The super delusional 1926-27 season was the last time Newcastle and I won the First Division, Premier League, whatever you want to call it.
You're going way back, bro.
By the end of this season, that we would reach 100 years since our last league title, 1927. Next year is 2027.
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm with you, bro. I'm not laughing at you, by the way. I'm with you. I'm just.
No, no, no.
I'm
I know.
It's good to be optimistic. You get what I'm saying, and you're allowed to think how you think and feel.
Yeah,
So don't worry what I think or anyone thinks. Even if they call you
yeah.
crazy in the chats, it's all good.
Oh, I know.
We,
I
we, we all got dreams, bro. I didn't think I seen Newcastle win any cup, like a proper, like
yeah,
a domestic cup, but we did. But that's
yeah,
going too far for me. But nah, let's manifest that positive. Go on.
yeah.
They
No,
call me negative.
I remember what you call this. About 3-4 years ago when we lost the Carabao Cup to Man United,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
first time. I was on a stream with Strasbourg Steve. Shout out to
yeah.
him.
Big up,
And
Steve. Big up, Steve.
I said to him after that Carabao Cup loss, I said within the next 3 seasons after that season, we would win a trophy, and we did. We
Okay,
won the Carabao
fair play.
Cup.
Fair play.
So you know what? I know people say that, and I'll say super delusional take from me, but you know what? For one season, let me be very delusional, especially now with a new manager. And to be honest, what David Hopkinson said, oh, Newcastle United 2.0. And to be
That
honest,
pissed me off. That pissed me off, bro. But go on. That
yeah,
saying that it kind of it's just kind of it's
maybe
just kind of cringe to
it,
me, bro. Even the whole
it
5 year plan, it's
yeah.
nonsense.
Well,
But go on,
it sounds like phase two, you could say. Phase one was
it's
Howe and Bruno.
nonsense.
Phase two is Leisler and whoever we get as experience or whatever. But
I'm not having that.
I think with one game a week, I think we could do something. Obviously, I think the tone will be set depending on the result of the Liverpool game, I would say. I
I
think
agree.
even if we lose to Liverpool on the opening day,
Yep. But show
if
something.
if we can put up a good fight against Liverpool in the
Hmm.
first game of the season, and I know that's going to have like the whole Kevin Keegan tribute and all that, um, you know, and obviously both teams have new managers as well, Iraola for Liverpool and Leisler for us.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh damn, really? Okaraho? Damn, but
Yeah, they have. Yeah, yeah. That's supposed to be the bomber. Like LFC Monster said it as well, and a few people said before.
yeah.
That's the breaking. Obviously, is coming through the chat a lot. So yeah,
Uh,
Liverpool obviously
so
needed a centre back, and yeah, so they got him on loan on that point. And just quickly, Monster was saying beforehand. Do you think the owners have kind of tapped out a little bit? Like, do you think they've fully
mm,
invested energy wise, or do
I
you?
think
Because obviously the whole live goal thing and just in general, you think
mm,
they're bored
I
of it because they can't do what they want. Big up Skants.
I, I think I think they're still in the project. I would say. I think the only reason why people are saying, oh, they're not fully invested in the project or whatever is maybe they've kind of saw this sort of thing coming in terms of like, maybe the season kind of petering out last season under Eddie Howe and all the players leaving.
Yeah,
So I think that's kind of why we have a new direction in recruitment. More for now, the younger players like Sean Stern, who else? Bamba, Torre, and maybe one or two more I forgot. But Hornicek, cannot wait for the slander names he'll get if he has one bad game. But you know
yeah.
what? That it'll be
He
fun.
can't be as bad as Nick Pope, bro. And I've been calling
Yeah,
Nick
I
Pope
think.
out for a minute.
And to be honest, Hornicek, Horn. Okay, you know what? I'll just call him Horn.
Whatever his name
I
is, yeah,
think,
yeah. Check,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
Hornicek.
Only check.
What do you call this?
Yeah. The goalkeeper, yeah, new goalkeeper. What about him? You like him? What you seen so far?
Yeah, yeah. I think what he did with Braga, getting them to a Europa League semifinal, I think was really impressive, especially for a team like Braga that I don't
Yeah.
really, you know, is fine sort of team. I think he can do. I think a lot of the players we'll see tomorrow. Still
Mm.
technically tomorrow against Valencia. I hope I can watch that game. I was initially thinking I want to go to Valencia, but it's a bit far for me. But I'll still try see if I can watch the game
Yeah,
against Valencia.
that should that should be an interesting game. Obviously, like you said before, going into it under the new coach. Obviously, it's still early doors, but it'd be nice to see where
Yeah.
the players' minds are at and see what they put out on the pitch. It's going to be hot as well. Just quickly, big up to Raymond. He was we spoke about it earlier. He's about what my thoughts are on the heavy links with Hoiberg. It don't excite me, obviously, but I kind of get it if they apparently it's for experience and whatever. So what will be will be. Like I said, I'm just intrigued to see what happens. And the transfer window ain't ended yet. Big up all the NFC fans in there. Everyone's getting onto this Arojo. If he can stay 78% fit, get me. I think most Liverpool fans I've seen the chat are looking happy about that. Just going on to the captaincy. Obviously now Bruno's gone to you know where. You know what I'm saying? The £75 million fee. Did you think that was fair?
I know there was
Because
some sort
because
of
they spoke out today, the CEO and Ross Wilson, and again David Hopkinson just bugs my mind because he was talking about um his own words. He said we wanted a higher fee, but he goes but in the same sentence he said, "Oh, it was a fair fee." And there's sophisticated actors from both sides of the the teams of Arsenal and Newcastle and this and that and nonsense. But he's and then Ross Wilson said apparently 75 mil is a world record for someone in his position and his age. So whatever. But moving on. As a captain, who do you think should be the next captain? Because Lewis Hall noise apparently supposed to be shut it down earlier today. He's supposed to be staying no matter what it stands. But
I
who do you
guess
go for the captain?
Mark Gillespie. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Is he
Okay.
still there? Bloody hell.
I actually don't know.
Yeah,
It's
who
probably a
knows?
mystery,
Big up
but
Queen,
I
man.
think
Yeah, yeah.
in seriousness, I think I saw either Botman or Chow. I would say, based on last season, I would say Malik Chow. But to be honest, I don't really mind. I also saw another report or something saying that Leisler was very, very impressed with Lewis Miley. So I guess I guess we'll see how he goes. But I guess Chow
Who
or
would you
Botman,
pick?
I guess would be.
Chow, I wouldn't. Not Chow. That never came across my mind. Botman,
I guess
I
I'll
don't think.
go with
I don't think he can stay fit. If Dan Burns was a guy, I don't. I can't. Me personally, I can't see. I don't want to see Dan Burns playing every game. If he was, he would have as captain. But
yeah.
I doubt
I
he will
think
be. I
for
pick
me,
Miley. As young as he's, I pick Miley because he's a born and bred Geordie. This is his
yeah.
time to rise up even more. If he can stay fit, or Lewis Hall, even Barnes. But for me, it sounds mad, but I'll go for Miley, in
For
my
me,
personal
I'll
opinion.
go.
But
Yeah, I guess based on longevity,
big up Lynn.
I would say
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Botman. Then I'll say Botman. But
If
obviously, I
he
guess
can't stay fit though, man,
yeah, true.
it's crazy. And he
I
look
think we'll see who is the captain at least tomorrow. So I would say there'll be a lot of new things we'll see tomorrow against Valencia. Like, oh, who's the captain? Or, what's the style of play and all whatever. For me, I don't really care about the result against Valencia. Though if we do lose 8-0, that would be funny because Valencia are not that good, even in Spain, because I do watch a lot of La Liga. But
okay.
I think I could see tomorrow's game. Obviously, it all depends on how we do against Valencia. Um, I could see us winning like 2-1, 3-1 sort of thing. But I think there's still like what 25 days left of the transfer window
About
to
3 weeks or
go,
something. Yeah.
something like that. So I think there's still plenty of time. And I saw after the team goes back to the UK for the game against Everton,
Yeah.
around that time they'll sign off on I guess some deals or whatever. Whether that is the Hoiberg deal, I don't know. But
Yeah,
in a
yeah.
way, I did not expect us to sign Bazamane Toure. I did not expect us to sign Bamba. So who knows?
Never heard of them. Never heard of them.
Maybe,
But
maybe this
strike.
sort of experience signing might not
Mm.
even be Hoiberg. It could be someone we just don't know yet. That sort of thing. Like
Yeah,
there's
but
not
we're
so
heavily
far
we're
this
heavily linked
year.
with him. But yeah,
Yeah, I think because it's not so far. I feel like the last time we had a bit of an exciting signing, I would say, was Baltimore last season. Like when the news first broke out, the Baltimore news.
yeah,
But I would say maybe we'll see in the next 3 weeks or whatever it's left of the window. Um, I would say I think we'll still have some new signings by the time the window closes, and
yeah.
all that. So I think with one game a week, and maybe if it clicks, maybe a very early
We never know.
challenger.
Like I'm like, I'm not saying that Newcastle won't like I won't go as far as you're as optimistic as you are about title challenging that. But I've always said, even before Eddie got sacked, I said with the new direction with the youngsters, it's either gonna go left and go completely car crash, or it's gonna go right and have a decent like quite surprise a few people. You know what I mean? And obviously that's what I hope for. I don't want
Yeah,
nothing bad for my club. You know what I mean? Like we've seen
yeah,
relegation twice. Some people say that's far fetched to even think of relegation or relegation battle. I think it
yeah,
can go either way. Either surprise a few and do more than people expect us, or we literally do what a lot of people think is going to happen, and they say, "Oh, you're going to get relegated," or
yeah.
not relegation, but fighting for that. And from what I'm
I,
seeing, like I said, they're youngsters. They're obviously good prospects. The coach he does well with youngsters and even big egos. He's got a mixture. You get what I'm saying? Some people might be apprehensive a bit about, oh, he ain't managing the Premier League before. Well, I already did Glasner. I already did the Brighton coach. Ariola, look where he is now at Liverpool.
yeah,
So in that
on the
sense, I never
spot.
bought into that. Yeah, I never bought into that aspect of things. You know what I mean? Like football is different now. It's either you got
Yeah,
it or you ain't. You get what I'm saying?
yeah,
And obviously, the first thing for me is, especially the senior players, they've got to be on board. That's the hardest part. The very first meeting and approach you had with them, and so far it looks like everyone's happy, and you know what I mean. So that's the most important thing. The first very meeting you have, and you know if the players are having you or them, you get what I'm saying. And there's a lot of deadwood that we need to get rid of as well. Don't want to say no names because it sounds harsh,
yeah,
but you know the usuals. You know what I mean? Which Eddie Howe had a chance to get rid of before, but he kept them. He was too loyal. You know what I mean? Like the whole Pope thing was ridiculous. This guy seems a bit more ruthless. Already in his press interviews, and the journalists are trying to like ask him not silly questions, but kind of silly questions where he's barely been there for a day and they're asking him questions that he can't really answer yet. You know what I mean? And he kind of get back.
yeah,
Like, I can see if there's a bad patch moment in the season and there's pressure on this guy.
yeah,
Trust me, the journals, in my opinion, won't treat him as nice as they did Eddie Howe.
yeah,
And if they do try it on with him, I can see him being a bit spiky back. Like he don't seem like no mug or so much media trained or answer questions with politician answers. Bit like Eddie Howe, which was cool. He's very well trained at all that, but it's a
yeah,
complete different thing. And yeah, I'm the surprised when Eddie Howe walked. It was like literally within minutes, this guy came out of nowhere. So I was a bit intrigued of like, obviously I heard that Eddie Howe weeks before, even before the preseason, I think he was trying to walk.
move. Yeah,
You know what I mean? And then these guys, the owner tried to talk him into it. And I'm thinking, if your coach is giving you cold feet, you just got to keep it moving. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So it's a weird one. It's weird, but he's gone now. Eddie Howe's the new coach is in situ, and we can only hope for the best. Do you get what I'm saying?
yeah,
And I'll be intrigued. Ross Wilson was saying we're definitely getting some more signings. Do you think they will go with the direction still? I never heard about Hoiberg. That's a bit of a change from just youngsters. You know what I mean? So do you think that now that the new coach is in, he's kind of had a conversation with them, obviously, and do you think that we are now not just going to go for youngsters? Obviously, they speak with the coach. He did say they asked him, is it the hierarchy and the coach and the scouting network that sort out the stuff, or does he have a say? And he said it's important to be united. So I'm sure he wants to have a say. So do you think that the direction is still remaining the 20 to 40 mil. That's what we've been hearing, which is a bit crazy to me. But yeah,
I
what do you think?
saw
You think the direction changes now?
somewhat. I saw we have like £150 million budget with all the sales or something like that. I don't know if we'll spend it all, but I
Or
guess
spend it wisely?
yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, what last season we spent like I don't know how much exactly, like maybe 200 plus something, and we finished 12th. But now we sign players. Actually, I think all of them have never played in the Premier League. But I'll be honest, I don't believe in this player had to play in the Premier League or this guy had to manage,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
technically everyone always had, like, for example, Bruno G never had Premier League experience before he joined us. Now
Yeah.
everyone's saying he's the best midfielder in the Premier League. So I think
Apparently, yeah.
I would say for in terms of the players we are linked, obviously Hoiberg's one, but I also saw Luka Sucic from La Real in San Sebastian, and we do have. Well, I'll be honest, knock on wood. The last time we signed someone from Real Sociedad was a certain guy that plays at Liverpool, and in a way that did work out well for us for only
Very well.
2 seasons.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
Sucic,
Yep.
I do watch him in La Liga and obviously watch him in the Copa del Rey final because they were in the
Very
final. And guess what? He won. Susic actually won a trophy. So if we bring him in, he does have at least a trophy that he can, hey guys, I've won a trophy, that sort of thing.
Hey.
And also he's worked with Leisler, which means that he's also won the Austrian Bundesliga with him. So I know people say, oh, Leisler doesn't have league play experience, but he's won the Austrian league back to back. And since he left Salzburg, they haven't won the Austrian league. And then he goes to Al Ahly in the Saudi Pro League. They've never won the Asian Champions League, and now he's won back to back Asian Champions
Yeah.
League. And that's with players like a Tony, Firmino,
Mahrez.
Mahrez, and I think Mendy is still there, Kessier,
Yeah.
and all
Okay,
that.
yeah,
So
yeah.
pretty. What do you call this? Like the super egos, at least at that sort
Yeah,
of
yeah,
team.
yeah, yeah.
So in a
And he's
way,
managed young players as well. So
yeah, at
young players
Salzburg.
like
So he's
the
worked
Sesko at the time,
well.
Adeyemi,
Yeah, so he's worked with
Okafor, whatever his name is
young
from Leeds
players,
United.
and he's also worked with egos. And now
Yes,
obviously
yes.
Newcastle feels like it feels more
Slight
like
mixture.
youngsters, but
Yeah.
maybe if we have 150 something million to spend on the rest of the team or whatever, then I would say maybe we don't know who this like big signing is. I don't know who it is.
I can't see no big
I would
signings,
love it.
man.
I would say I would love it to be Lionel Messi, but I don't think it'll be Messi. But it would be funny if it is Messi.
Yeah, I can't see. There was talk. I've seen certain medias, like especially the mainstream media in America. I had certain like a whole half an hour chat about, oh, we can go for free agents and go for the likes of Tony and all that, and obviously because we're PIF and blah,
Yeah.
co-owned whatever. And I'm thinking, look, man, the Premier League, Richard Masters and his crooks, they're not going to let us spend certain wages. We can't compete with wages. So you want me to spend those guys in Saudis to bring them over here for their wages because we're just not allowed to do it. You get what I'm saying? So it's all good
Yeah.
saying free agents or go get them from over there and this and that. It's not going to work, bro. You get what I'm saying? So there's a big signing. You never know, obviously. Like some people say, now Bruno's gone, should we get a statement signing to appease fans? Ross Wilson made it clear in his own way, and that kind of gave me the answers that he said. It's very important to not make mistakes. And even this route we're doing now could be a mistake. Who knows? But they obviously believe in themselves and believe in their players and the new project or the direction they're going. But he made it clear he's not going to just sign players for ticking boxes sake. So who knows if he can make a statement signing or not. Got linked with the Metcha, but I'm hearing he's 80 to 100 million euro. All kind of that's not happening.
Right.
That's not happening anyway.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Newcastle made it clear. We're going between 20 to 40 mil. That's for the youngsters. Hoiberg, he's 31. That's obviously, like someone said in the chat, they feel like that's a Ruddy vibe, our goalkeeper. I don't think it's as bad as that, but he's 50 mil. Apparently, that's a real heavy talks, heavy links. And all we can do is trust the process. We tried. It's a whole
Yeah.
new, it's a whole new revamp. A lot of it is on the rules. Yes, I talk about that all the time, and I'll carry on talking about it. Some of it, I look at the owners as well, like he's running the show, bit of a shit show at times. You know what I'm saying? He's actually, I don't think they had that when Amanda Stabley left, even though she's got part to, they will blame her for getting to certain financial crises because obviously it felt like people are learning on the job. You get me? She came in, the owners came in, but since she left, it's kind of gone left. After the Carabao Cup final, it went fully left. You got 4 or 5 of our main players that have left within just under a year. I'm sure whoever runs the club could have managed it a bit more better. Even though their hands were tied behind their back, I just felt like collectively everyone effed up. And when you got these mainstream medias like the Talk Sport, etc., not all of them, but most of them, it's a bit like lazy journalism just to get on with the time because they haven't balanced it. You know what I mean? They keep saying it's almost like Eddie Howe's done nothing wrong at all. You know what I'm saying? Eddie Howe's got to take a lot of accountability, bro. They act like he had no money. He spent a lot of money. A lot of his, even though he got put into situ where, well, they say it's his fault. We couldn't work with directors and all that, blah, blah, blah. But they put him in charge and right or wrong, a lot of those were he plays. He's pushing for Elanga for a long time. Walter Marday, for the life of me, I don't know what was the point of that. Because they just shattered all his confidence, started playing him in different positions and on the wing. For the life of me, at one point, it looked like Walter Marday was playing centre back. It's crazy. You can't make this shit up. So the new coach has got to get his confidence up. I do feel he can play various different tactics, but I feel, and it'd be interesting in the Valencia game if he goes straight in, get rid of the old habits of 4-3-3. Let's see if he will do a 4-2, 3-1, have a 10. That'll be interesting. He likes to press, but can the likes of Walter Marday and Wisa, are they pressers, bro? Can you imagine Walter Marday trying to press with that intensity? I can't see it. I've seen it in training, they're trying it. So that's why I'm not excited. I'm just intrigued, bro. Yeah. But I am optimistic from the coach, just from himself. Just him. Yeah. I'm optimistic by that. But at the same time, he's going to need his backing. It's not going to happen overnight. And it's a bit scary, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So do you think you'll go with a different tactic? Do you think you'll go straight away from the 4-3-3? Because even on Sky Sports, they were doing what they think Newcastle's 11 will be. And I wrote on a comment on the Instagram, I said, bro, it won't be 4-3-3 for starters.
Yeah.
Like what we doing?
4-3-3.
That's all right.
Lewis Hall is sold to Man United. How would Newcastle's formation look? Nick Pope and goal, and then some random centre mid Willock plays, but I would say most of the English media, at least the ones I've seen, have said oh, Newcastle, they're in a relegation battle, whatever, but how come we're not in a European battle? You know, why aren't we in that convo? We've been in European battles more recently than relegation battles, I would say.
Yeah.
And, but then everyone, I would say everyone's like, oh, everyone's putting Tottenham Hotspur in the top 5, top 6, top 7. People putting Chelsea in the top 5, top 6, top 7. They also have no Europe, so they have one game a week and all that. But then how about Newcastle? Everyone's like, nah, Newcastle more likely to get relegated. But we have the same situation as Chelsea and Spurs, and you put them in the top 7 of your predictions, whatever, and you put Newcastle's 15th or whatever. For me, I think that obviously I don't mind the media doing that because, I mean, if you want to say, look at last season, not related to Newcastle. Last season, I had Brentford going down. They finished.
True. Yeah.
And then I would say this. I remember
even Sunderland. Dare I say it? And they finished above us. It's crazy. But go on.
I would say 11 years ago. I remember Leicester City before the summer they won, or the summer before they won the Premier League, they changed the manager during pre-season. I think that
Who
time
was
was
that? Who was that?
Nigel. It was Nigel Pearson. He got sacked, and then Claudio Ranieri
Oh
came
yeah,
in
yeah, 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 yeah,
during
yeah.
pre-season, and then the rest is history that season. So I'm not saying it could happen, but in a way, it could happen. Because I think a lot of people look at Eddie Howe. Oh, the next, after Thomas Tuchel, the next England manager. That sort of thing. I think in a way, I feel like under Leisler, I think obviously it's a risk, but I think isn't that like for every single signing, every single manager, like technically, Xabi Alonso is a risk for Chelsea. Um, what De Zerbi is a risk at Spurs, even though he's been
Oh
there
yeah.
for a little bit longer, and the players they sold and the players they bought, whatever. So I think every team has their own risk and all that. So obviously, it is a risk to get someone that's not experienced in the Premier League. But isn't that like almost every single manager? Arteta didn't have any Premier League experience when he first became the Arsenal coach. I think
Yeah.
he never coached a club before he, coached Arsenal. And what, 6, 7 years later, he's a Premier League winner. That sort
There
of
you
thing.
go.
So
There you
I
go.
would say if it doesn't work for Leisler, fair enough. But my hope and my delusion, as you guys can see in the
Nah, man.
title
Yeah.
over here, this how am I showing? Delusion. If,
Yeah.
so if people are calling me delusional, yes, I am being delusional. I think in the first 10 games of the season, which is all of the games before we play Arsenal at home, and that Arsenal home game is after the November international break.
Mm.
The first 10 games, okay, we might lose 1 or 2 games,
Yeah, yeah.
but I think we could be top 3, top 4 by the end of 10 games of the season, I would
You
say.
think so, bro? You think
Yes, you know
Newcastle
what?
gonna be? Wait, say that again. You think Newcastle? And
After the
don't worry, it's
first
cool.
after the first 10 games before we
Yeah.
play Arsenal in like I think mid-November or something, I will say Newcastle in the top 4 position, not in the top 4 race. Well, yes, it's the top 4 race, but in
Yeah.
the top 4 position, first, second, third, fourth, wherever. That'll be my delusion for the first half or the first 10 games of the season. Oh, watch us lose to Liverpool and go unbeaten in the following 9 games, that sort of thing. Um, yeah, I think before that he was at, I forgot the team, a team from the J League. I think it's
Oh
Nagoya
yeah, I can't the
Grampus.
team, but I know what you mean. Yeah, yeah, from Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
and they all laughed at him as well and said, "Arsene who?" Remember that? There was a line
yeah,
through your history. Ian Wright
yeah,
on the camera, he's bantering, but he said, Arsene who?" Obviously, the rest
yeah.
is history.
So
You know what I mean?
I
Brought a
think
whole new philosophy to the Premier League. But yeah,
yeah. So I
big up
think
Lincoln.
in a way for this upcoming season, I'm excited to see how it goes. I think in a way, I don't know how much it's going to play in the emotion because I mean, probably half the team didn't really get the chance to meet him, but this is, the first season after Kevin Keegan, you know. So,
Yeah, yeah.
you know,
So yeah,
you know,
Adnan Dart to the personal joke. Now he's basically saying because I was on camera on my live watch alongs because it was so dark last season, especially towards the second half. I tried to manifest positivity and it doesn't happen. So he's basically saying, you get me,
yeah.
manifestation. You get me, and I'm all for it. Let's manifest it. You get me.
You know
And
what?
not for the first 10 games. That would be a beautiful thing, wishful thinking. If Newcastle
Yeah.
can get into that stage, I'm going to bring an Arsenal fan in. You can stay 10 if you want, or if you need to go, let me know. I know you've been here for a long time. You can stay if you want. It's up to you. Just gonna bring in Arsenal
Yes.
fan. Big up Cav, Arsenal fan in the building. Supposed to have one earlier, but we had technical difficulties. 10, that's Cav. Cav, that's 10. Chat. You know, Cav, long
Nice
time.
to meet you, bro.
But yeah, I think you're echoing a bit, but I had a problem. I don't know what's happening again, but we just have to go on, bro. I don't know why. coming before with the other Arsenal fan. I don't know why it's echoing. Say 1, 2.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Yes, man.
It's weird. Has someone got TV on in the background?
Not, bro. The same thing happened earlier on with Sleazer, bro, and he couldn't come on because of that. I don't know why I'm bringing someone in and there's an echo. I don't know why it's doing that, bro. You get me? There's no other way. I didn't hear it just then. But anyway, I didn't hear it then.
Yeah.
But quickly, not quickly actually. How you doing anyway, bro? And big up to the chat, man. Late night session.
Me? I'm good, you know. Hold on. Let me try and change.
I don't think, bro. I don't know what. It could be my end. I don't know what's going on, bro. 10's okay, but everyone else that comes in, it's check. It's just.
Yeah,
it's mad, bro. You think what?
I've even changed my microphone. Still echoing.
I don't know. Can you hear yourself echoing though?
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know what it is, man.
I'll head out. I'll do a show with Don C. Another
cool,
Arsenal fan as well. But yeah, big up, and
we'll try and sort. We'll stay there, Cap. We're gonna try and sort
out. To have me on more shows. But yeah,
I'll definitely, bro. Big up to you, man, and the chat rate. I appreciate you. We'll catch up.
And you know what? One last thing.
Yeah.
The late great Kevin Keegan once said, "I would love it," and you know what? I would love it if Newcastle United are 26-27 Premier League champions.
Bro, manifest it, delusional or not. I'm all here for it. Now, big up 10. Big up, bro. Yo, Cav.
Yeah,
1, 2. Bro, is there something? Nah, you know what? StreamYard owe me money, bro. I pay. You know how much I pay for that shit a month? When it's 3 people, it's doing some weird shit. You know, it has a glitch sometimes. There's something not right. But anyway, we're here, bro, and I'm glad they're here. You get me? Shout out to Adnan. Yeah, big up 10. He's a madman.
Yes.
But
big up,
positive
big up Queen as well.
Yeah, big up to the mods inside. Big up to the late listeners. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, big up G-Link. Everyone in there, man. You get what I'm saying? Hit them likes if you ain't yet. I did try to message you time ago, but none of them see it. You get me? The one time you always see messages, and this one time he didn't see it. But it all worked out. Certain the end. Yeah. Get me? But I needed an Arsenal fan, bro. You get what I'm saying? Just to hear your point of view on things. You get what I'm saying? Obviously, your last match was what? Against Real Betis. What's your thoughts on some of the Arsenal meltdown, my bro?
Boy, listen, man. I just think that it's a bit, it's a bit much at this point in time. When we beat Girona 4-1 a few days before, it was a different story. From the fans, fluidity, this, that, and this, that. And then, against Real Betis, we lost, losing their thing. But listen, man, if you look around pre-season, all the big teams have lost. City have lost, Chelsea have lost. Do you get what I'm saying? Liverpool have lost. Man United have lost to Wrexham. Like, teams have lost, but I'm not really taking it to mean anything, man. When the season starts, when everyone's back, the Spanish boys still ain't back yet. The English boys ain't back yet. Do you get what I'm saying? So, we got players to come back still, and I'm not worried at all, man. It's just the beginning, man.
Yeah, I hear it still. We got Linkard saying the fickle nature of being a fan. You get me? For me, the only team that had a right to be a bit nervous and a bit meh with a friendly was Newcastle, bro. That game against Bristol City, that was, bro. Yeah, man, lost my shit, and people could not tell me that was a friendly. I wasn't having it, bro, from what I saw. But we move on from that. But yeah, man, boy, once upon a time, bro. And obviously, people say, move on, specs, whatever. But no, we got Arsenal guests in the building. Once upon a time, I used to sing, we've got Bruno in the middle. Now it's Bruno. Now it's no one in the middle. Now we got zero in the middle. Now you're going to be singing that song. Now, off camera, obviously, you can explain yourself more. But you wasn't that, fussed over getting Bruno, especially for the price tag that's Newcastle fans' fault. We should have
tied first, yeah.
But what's your genuinely, what's your thoughts like? Because I'm not off camera. I've seen on other other like the group chats and stuff, I've not seen no
Yeah.
excitement from you, bro. How dare you? How dare you take our captain and you act like your shit don't stink, bro? Like I'm not heard you even talk about it. It's like, like what you saying,
man.
bro?
Listen,
Say thank you then.
listen, as the champions, listen, if I gotta say thank you, you gotta get Tottenham fans for Tonali, you gotta get Barcelona for you gotta say you got a lot of people to say thanks to, boy. But blame Eddie Howe, bro. Blame Eddie Howe. It's Eddie Howe's fault. He done that, and then now he's gone and left you lot in the mud. But no, do you know what? When there was touting, big up Skants. When they was touting Scott's bids, when they were saying like, yeah, like Newcastle gonna hold out, it's gonna be 100 million minimum and this and that. In my head, I was like, 100 million, it's a lot. It's a lot of money. Obviously, we know the market. Rogers has gone for this much. Anderson's gone for however much, but they're a lot younger than Bruno. They're like seven or so years, 8 years younger than Bruno. Do you get what I'm saying? So for me, I was just thinking, man, the price is a bit much. Quality player. But you know, I mean, I'd never thought we would get him for 75. I didn't think that.
Nope.
Do you know what I'm saying? I thought it would be at least like I thought maybe 90 million you may accept, but for 75 and you lot are getting what 68 mil out of it?
67 apparently.
67?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, it's a bit man, but I mean, do you know what? I'm excited, not gonna lie, I'm excited because he's a quality player, but I think for me, I'm not really getting too hyped up and excited yet because I know what we still kind of need. Do you know what I'm saying? And I know you said you got nothing in the middle, but
no, I'm joking.
But are you excited for Højbjerg if you get him? Because obviously Højbjerg.
All right. Let's just stop for a second. When you said that, like if Ten said that just before he was on the show, I could take that as a normal conversation. But when you say I have to just pause you just to get an understanding, are you coming from and taking the piss out of me angle, or are you just asking a genuine question? Because the way you said it, I didn't like it.
Well, Højbjerg, yeah? Why?
Is that a genuine question? No, I'm asking you. Are you taking the piss? It's a question.
It's 80% a genuine and 20% taking the piss. Because I'm looking at Tonali and Bruno, and then Højbjerg.
Yeah. Nah, you know what?
Like, yo.
All jokes aside, I saw that, and I didn't see it and was like, oh, what are we doing? Because right now we're trying some new thing, the new direction of the youngsters and that, and obviously the new coaches in, and maybe he's had a word and said, I want a bit of experience as well. I don't know. 31 years of age, they're talking about 15 mil. Boy, bro, at this point, I'm just like, whatever, and just trying to not to be negative. You get me? I've had my rants. Does it excite me? You know, that's a rhetorical question. You know it ain't excite me. You know what I'm saying? But if that's the route they think they have to go, we have to trust the process, innit? Do you get what I'm saying? So that's all I can do right now. Been linked with him. I'm hearing links with like Stiller and Fortold, the youngsters, and Lucas and all these other people, but we'll see what happens. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, that's the link. But quickly, I'm gonna ask Skants as well.
Go on. I got a question for you still after, but go on.
All right, cool. It's gonna be interesting.
No, it's not. No, let me ask you quickly before you move on, yeah. Because I asked D-Man this, and D-Man, you know how you used to say your chest too high, yeah, right?
What are we doing? Yeah.
Listen, D-Man, I said to him, I gave him a list of players that are on free transfers, right? Okay. And considering the position you're in, right? There's some like Vlahovic, free transfer, good striker. Goretzka, maybe you could take him for a year. Good midfielder. Basuma, Sancho, Frank Kesse. You got Pellegrini. Like, those are decent players. And it seemed like D-Man was turning his nose up at all of them. And I'm thinking, what? Like, you're not in a position to kind of turn your nose up at these. They're quality players that could come in and do a job for at least a season and a half. Do you know what I mean? But, you know, are you opposed to getting some of them long players in?
I think I could be wrong. I'm not a financial expert, but I think a lot of that is to do with. I spoke about it earlier. I think let's say you said let's try and find 3 of those players that kind of target those players.
Mhm.
I think a lot of that, even though yes, in the free agent ones, you're not spending a transfer fee, but the wages will be even higher than they would have probably had before. And I just think because of the rules, we won't be able to do that. I feel I could be wrong, but I think part of it should do that. But take away just a free for all, would I? No, I wouldn't. Definitely the opposite from D, man. Of course I'll probably take bloody all of them. Do you know what I'm saying, bro? Like definitely, like you know what I'm saying. So no, I wouldn't turn my nose up to anything, especially now. Maybe if you ask D-Man that question, now he might change his mind. I don't know. Get me?
I asked him
Maybe
yesterday.
Asking that. Yes,
Yesterday.
That D-Man boy, wet. That's a D-Man thing. Not to do with me. You know what I'm saying? But no, I wouldn't turn my nose up, bro. Like, especially if you can balance the experience with the youngsters who, let's keep it real. It's a hit and hope. It might be something a miracle. It might just go absolutely left. And I genuinely feel those first 3 games, not because of the games of itself, just like the first 3 games, the youngsters are going to get pushed in there. You know when things go left, bro. Like, they're not only youngsters, they're foreign youngsters, bro. They're humans, you know what I mean? Kind of different way of life and adapting, and you know what I mean? So that's going to be interesting. But I was going to ask you, and ask Skants' opinion. I know Skants is a bit gassed right now. I see people in my chat talking about was it a loan signing of my man Arojo? Is that a loan signing, Skants?
Yeah,
Can you
it's a
hear me,
loan
Skants?
signing, man.
All right, cool. We'll get on to
Yeah,
you.
He's not as good as he used to be. I'm just going to put that out there. But go on.
Yeah, I saw it in the chat as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
but it's
definitely
still
not as good as he used to be, man. It's a loan signing, isn't it? He's just
You need
there
bodies
to
in him.
basically,
Yeah.
he's basically there for cover, and I think Jack is.
He might be playing.
Yeah. No, I think Jack is going to be Van Dijk's starting partner, but he's there for cover, isn't it? Because Gomez can't seem to be played more than 5 minutes before he picks up an injury, man. So and he can cover right back as well. So
Yeah,
it's a decent loan, and there's no obligation to buy. So he's there for rotation minutes basically. So
how much did you pay for that loan? You didn't know the fee for that?
I don't think there's a fee really. I think it's just covering his wages.
Just payment wages, all of it.
Yeah.
You know so far.
I don't know. For all I know, I think we're just covering maybe part of his wages. So it's another body in at the end of the day.
Okay.
And it doesn't affect the budget for the rest of the players. So I'll take it.
Yeah, but we'll definitely get on to Liverpool though. Like, trust me. Like, get me. I got certain Liverpool man messaging me on my chat in my last few lives saying, "No, like Newcastle and them are in the same boat." I'm like, bro, I'll be in Liverpool shoes all day long. Get me? Like, let's take time here. But does Bruno G move the needle for you, Cav? Or if he doesn't move the needle for you, is it a good addition for your opinion going forward, like as in to retain your title? Do you think you will retain your title as things stand? Obviously, the transfer window ain't finished yet, and people are still doing business. As it stands, how important do you think he'll be to your team? Do you think he's? I said to Skants earlier on a few weeks ago, I think he'll be squad rotated. Skants said, "Hell no, they're gonna go all out for him like that to make him a squad rotation." Do you think him and Rice that's the main plan for them together, or do you think it's a mixture of a bit of both? Like everyone's them two play together.
Yeah, I think Bruno does start. I think he does bring the level of our midfield higher even more. My only worry for Bruno coming in was, towards the end of the season and in pre-season, Lewis Skelly's been outstanding.
So I heard.
For me, I mean, if it's going to hinder Lewis Skelly again, it's not going to make me happy. But Bruno, like I said, he's a good signing. His midfield stats from last season was better than, I think, individually better than ours, I think. So yeah, he brings it up. And listen, last season we played like 62 games in all up into the Champions League final. So, and you could tell a lot of the players were out on their feet. Zubamendi started off well, but he finished the second half poorly because he just looked so tired and and shattered. And do you get what I'm saying? Even Odegaard had a few injuries here and there. Things like that. Marino was out with an injury. So I think now it's the time that we need to kind of protect these players and rotate a lot more so that if injuries do come in, we've got adequate cover, man. And some players need a rest. Like Declan Rice, he's going to need a rest because he played the whole season. He played the whole World Cup. He's going to need a lot more rest this season. We can't afford to run him in the ground. So there's a lot of games where, you know, we don't have to start Rice. Rice could start on the bench. Bruno could play there. Lewis Skelly could come in as well. Marino could come in. Do you know what I mean? So I think this season's going to be more about rotation. Yes, I think Bruno will probably start the majority of games, but I reckon there'll be more rotation than people actually think, personally.
So when just back to Skelly, so I'll put a question to you because what you said about Skelly. So if you had the control, are you telling me you'd say, nah, forget Bruno, don't spend the 75 mil, let's concentrate on Skelly and spend 75 mil elsewhere? If you had a choice, is that what you're telling me?
Honestly, I think I would. I would have probably forgot about Bruno and let Skelly get more of a run, man. We still got Zubamendi. Zubamendi's he's not a bad player. He's still a good player, but
it's like everyone forgot about him all of a sudden. Like before that, Zubi, all this talk last. What's going on? Like, why your fans went easy, now, brother?
This is what I'm saying. So I think we could just rotate Zubamendi and Skelly, but now you've brought obviously Bruno in. That's an extra player. So who's going to get the least amount of time? In my opinion, I think Zubi may get the least amount. I think Skelly's kind of got ahead of him now. But then it's like we only brought him in last season, and he, like I said, he started off well. He didn't have a poor season. He scored some crucial goals for us as well. So, you know, we just got. I'm anxious to see how Arteta's going to kind of manage the midfield. Marino's our best midfield finisher. By a mile, he's our best finisher. So now that he's back from injury, is he going to start getting more time again? So then if he gets more time as an 8, who then drops out? But you know, listen, the rotation is nice, man, because injuries will happen. They will happen. So we'll need it anyway.
And I think he will be deep into the Champions Leagues, definitely, in my opinion. The league, obviously, it's intense. Obviously, that Sir Alex used to always say, second year round trying to retain the title mentally, especially what Arsenal players put in, just everything, an international World Cup. Have they got that mentality again? Has Arteta can he get beat into them? Do you get me? So I hear it. Obviously, the likes of Bruno's and that, and if you get other new players coming in, they're going to want to get me. They're going to want that as well. You get what I'm saying? But Skants, big up to you, my bro. Get me a few questions about Liverpool. Just before we get into you, bro, and just in general football, back with Cav as well. Just starting with Newcastle, bro. As it stands, what's your feeling going forward for Newcastle for next season? Relegation battlers, relegated, mid-table, going for Europe? What are you saying?
It's hard to say, man, because we don't really know too much about your manager. Obviously, you read the report, said he's good up-and-coming manager. You've lost a lot of players. Let's have it right, man. Like your heart of your team's gone, innit? Like Bruno's gone, Tonali's gone. I know, obviously, you had your troubles with Gordon, but he's still a good player. So you lost 4 big players in the last 2 years, and obviously Isak went. But
in less than a year, mate.
Yeah,
4 or 5 key players, less than a year.
So it's difficult. It's difficult to say, man. Vista had a decent World Cup, so hopefully he can hit the ground running. I know you've had some iffy results in the pre-season, but it's pre-season, isn't it? You can't really put a measure on them. Like, you've got to see now. Obviously, he's in.
Now it's different.
When's your next friendly? So what you got
tomorrow, 8 p.m. Valencia.
And how many friendlies you got? What, 2 friendlies left?
Yeah, I think we've got more. I can't remember if there's any more after that, but I know we've got Valencia tomorrow at 8 p.m. And then
that's what I mean.
Later, we've got Everton.
So it's difficult. Yeah. It's difficult to say like you're going to be in a relegation battle because we don't know nothing about this manager. You got to give him the first I don't know, 3-4 league games, and then see where you're at. For me to say, yeah, you're going to be in a relegation battle, or you're pushing for Europe, it's very difficult to say, man. He can come in and he could be the one game a week.
Yeah. It looks like it. The actual personnel itself, him, and what I've seen, but doing it.
But one game a week, man, it can help you. There's probably the perfect situation for him to come in at, because he's got one game. You can coach a team, prepare for that one game rather than playing every 3 days. This could help him. It could send you a charge, but but again, you've got a lot of young players in there. So how are they going to react? A lot of them never played in the league before.
And this is, sorry to cut you, bro. This is what I was saying. When some people are excited, some people say, "Expect to be optimistic." I'm not negative. I'm just more intrigued because I'm nervous, bro. And I'm nervous for the youngsters, bro. You know, I take things literally. You get me? I look at things just not from a football angle, on a human angle. They're youngsters coming from abroad, bro. So when things go left, Premier League's a different kind of pressure, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Let's say first game, Newcastle don't only play bad against Liverpool. We get battered like 7-1 or something. Yeah. And all those new young players are in there. And obviously, our fans are not that wicked to start cussing the youngsters. You get me? But I'm saying the feeling will be there. Like, you get me?
Morale
what can that do to a player? Yeah, like confidence. You're already trying to build confidence. Like, so that's where I'm a bit nervous on. You get me? Now, if we lose to Liverpool, like a reasonable result, but I can see something, like, because obviously, as fans, we don't want to have time to be seeing American Jordan gives me jokes. Yeah, 7-1. just a figure of speech, American Jordan. Don't be upset with me, man. Don't unsubscribe me now, bro. You get me? I'm just saying. Yeah.
By the way, you got four friendlies left. By the way.
Oh, is it? All right, then, cool.
Yeah,
that's good. That's what I mean. That's perfect preparation, isn't it?
That's very good. That's very good. And this is definitely so. But even in the Premier League games, that's still going to be learning curve for the coach and a lot of the players. Obviously, a lot of the senior players have got to step up. I was talking about who should be the captain.
Yeah.
I thought I was the only madman that my straight thoughts, and no one else really, was just Lewis Miley. If you can stop the niggles a bit, and just because he's the born and bred Geordie, it's time for him to rise up now. He's still a youngster himself, but he's an actual senior player in terms of game time. Do you get what I'm saying?
How old is he? How old is Miley?
I think he must have just lit 19, 20. He's young. He's a kid.
Similar to Gerrard.
But
Gerrard took it young as well. I swear he's like 21.
That's what I'm saying.
When he took it,
and there's nothing wrong with that. And as original Geordie, and just him himself, you get me, like very likable guy, like get me that, and just all what's going on as well. He understands the feeling, his family and everything. Make him the captain, bro.
The only thing I'd say on that space is he that sort of character though? Like I said, Gerrard got it from young, but he was like front-footed, like aggressive, like he. You get what I mean? Is he that sort of like go out there?
Miley ain't gonna be like, probably not. Miley ain't like that, but you know that I agree with it. But you know that saying where they say it's different now, how the captains are perceived now. You got more like a leadership group, whatever. Leadership group. So you had a captain, but he might not be the actual leader on the pitch. It's more for just that. You get me, bro? Just for face of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but again, do you want to put that pressure on him though?
I don't think would be pressure. I don't think would be pressure on him though. In the situation with the fans and that, I think he would rise up to it. If anything, it could be more not confidence building for him as a baller. He can play ball clearly, but just like that might just, you get me, bro? Because like I said, don't want to say too much, but obviously, I don't know. Well, Cav knows. Don't know if it's Skants knows. Don't know if you're aware, when the chat's aware. Newcastle United have signed 2 of my close friends' players.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So one of them still, I shouldn't really mention that one yet because legally, but Eli Hall, that's one of them. And the other one come from West Ham, don't want to say his name. Yeah? And links as well with Kieran Thompson from Arsenal. So I've learned a lot, bro, what goes on behind the scenes. You get me, bro? Like first hand. So when I said that, so what I'm getting to is behind the scenes, I got a lot of private pictures in it of Lewis Miley with my family friends. You get me? And he seemed to be going around for the youngsters that obviously he's young himself, innit? So all of that, get me, character building as well. Do you get what I'm saying? But I hear where you're coming from. Does he need all that? You get me?
Quickly, but if then you lot lose like your first 5 games, you know, does it kind of, you know, do people kind of look at him and say maybe he's not the right one?
That's what I'm saying, man.
Nah, but no, why would he though? I hear what you're saying, but like the only way that I'll feel bad, like if it's my choice and it says Specs, your choice, making captain, I'd only feel bad if like we lost like 12 games in a row and we're getting battered and we're at like and the fact I've got left now.
And remember, he's got to come out and he's the one who's got to come out and speak as well in front of the cameras. That's another thing you got to think
and
of.
And answer for the team's crimes. You get me as a youngster.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
I hear it in that sense.
For me, I wouldn't. I think let him play his game, man. He's a top player, man. Just let him concentrate on football,
on his
man.
Ball.
What about Dan Burn? Would you consider Dan Burn?
No, if Dan Burns, look, man, I'll be surprised if he's playing regularly. If I can see if he's gonna play regularly, which to be honest, I don't really want him to, but if he's gonna play regularly, and I don't think he will. If he is, then yeah, he's my captain all day long.
Yeah.
Even if he ain't on the I think overall he'd probably be the captain anyway, the main leader to go
the club captain.
Yeah. You got what I'm saying? Bit like how Lascelles was, he couldn't get a fucking kick in the game. You get what I'm saying? So I think that will be the case. I heard man say Tao and Botman. Others were saying that earlier as well. Like 10 that was on there earlier. He said that. I was like, Tao, Botman again. I know I shouldn't be negative.
Can't stay fit though.
Sick, no, bro. or not always sick. It's always something. You get me, bro? And I feel bad for him because I think he's an absolute whatever defender. So he won't be there playing all the time. So that's going to be interesting in that aspect. But yeah, bro. I just wanted your thoughts to see on both of you. Like really, when you fought Newcastle as it stands.
It's difficult, man. Like I said, we've got to see a few games. Like I'll probably try and tune into the game tomorrow and see what his tactics are like. So it's difficult, man. I probably can get more of a read on him after these four friendlies, isn't it? What sort of way he's going to line up, what sort of tempo you're going to play at. But yeah, I don't think it'll be a relegation battle, man. I think new manager like that coming with fresh ideas. I think you might even surprise a few people.
Well, that's narrative.
I was looking at your first 3 games: Liverpool, Tottenham, Bournemouth.
Yeah, I already. Yeah,
that's 3 tough games, man. Especially with Tottenham with their signings and
Tonali.
Yeah,
we can say, oh shit, he's that coming back for the first time. We can say Munoz, who you hijacked. It's everywhere, man. It's spreading out everywhere.
Munoz is looking kind of decent in what's it called in training, man. Training clips.
I don't know, bruv. Please, like, let's not, because that one rattled me. Because you saw the clownism that I was getting, like, because I remember I just said the video, and I was all gassed, and then next minute I was seeing comments on the same video in a Newcastle shirt. I'm like, and the worst part about the Munoz thing, was, including yourself, Skants, and Liverpool fans were like, Specs, I don't even know who that is. Oh, who?
Bro, it's true. Yeah.
And we're there, us Newcastle fans, can't speak for all of us, we were like, get over the line, and then goes to your club, and the men are laughing at me like, Specs, I don't even know who he is. Tell me about him. Tell me about him, you know?
But to be fair, it was your own fault, innit? You were trying to haggle over a release clause.
It's a bit of everything. But that's all done and dusted, you get what I'm saying in that sense. But yeah, almost forgot about that one. But yeah, it's Steven's saying the first 5 games, took how ages to win a game. He's got to have time to cook. Did it take how ages to win a game? I can't remember that. But definitely,
it did take him a while, though, innit? It took him a while.
I can't remember that. Like, okay, big up, Steve.
The thing is, I respect that message, but I don't think he's going to be given that time to cook by the fans. If you lot lose, like I said, your first 5 games, they're going to want him out.
I don't think so. You know? I can't speak for all Newcastle fans. No, because of Newcastle fans in general, and just I can't speak for all Newcastle fans. Like, let's say, like, for me, for example, I'm a man that would usually be like, if there was Eddie Howe in situ, different kind of feeling because I already could see if it was going to potentially be that. With him, it's not kind of fair. We have to be obviously we can't help to show our voices and obviously our disdain, obviously, but I don't think like we'll get onto his back unless it's some complete calamity like what's that black guy's name that went to manage Celtic last year?
Oh yeah.
If it's that was mental, bro. That drop off was disgusting, and he just not. That was just pure stubbornness. Something like that. Different.
Listen, your fourth and fifth game are Leeds and Hull. So if you don't get results in those two games, bro, especially Hull, it could be problems early. Yeah,
I think you might have a bit of noise then. It's like if it results between then to then, and then we somehow lose, but it's gonna be, bro. Like I said, this is the first time in ages, even in the shit days of Newcastle. In the shit days of Newcastle, I had an idea what to expect. When we were doing great under Howe and I had chest, you all know. Yeah. American Jordy is telling me to have a chest and not, bro. Then for now, them days are gone. After this relax, you get me?
It was when you won that little trophy behind you, innit? The tiny little trophy behind
you. Wow. But anyways, I had chess. I genuinely thought Newcastle would kick on from the League Cup final. I thought, what? We're gonna add on to the man like Isaac, add on to all these guys, and then it never happened, and players left, and then players down tooled, and blah 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 blah. You know the rest. You get what I'm saying? But no, like I think it's only time regardless. It's only time, and whether you like it or not, it's gonna be intriguing, bro. You get what I'm saying? But big up to everyone. But Skants, what you said about your club, bro? Are you one? Because I spoke to both of you probably about football really over the summer. What you say about the first game? Well, since you got some kind of balance, positive-ish about Newcastle, as it stands, going to the first game, St. James's. What are you saying?
It's going to be a difficult game.
What are you saying? Is that Brace? Talk to me, man. I think he'll start, man. He looked good. He played obviously only a half. Well, do you start him? All that's going on. Would you start him in that game? Like, or do you say, you know what? He doesn't need all that hostility. Start on the bench or play next game.
Start him, man. At the end of the day, it's gonna be. He's got to play him in the end. He's got to start him, man. I'll start him. He looked decent in the World Cup. He looked really fit. Played what? Played all four. Yeah, he played all four. Was it 4 games? Played 90 minutes in each of them. After the friendly in Chicago, he spoke to Swedish journalists and said he's fit. He looked good. So play him, man. Like we paid the money for him. We paid him to play the games. Go and play him, man. It's going to be an emotional day, innit? Because obviously your first home game of the season, King Kev. Both teams going to probably do something for him as well. So it's going to be an emotional game, man. So yeah, play him. Play him. At the end of the day.
I hear that.
Why are we gonna hide him? What we're gonna hide him for, man?
You're coming to St. James's, bro. What do you mean why? Some serious guys right there, man.
No, but
I'm joking.
We paid big money for him, man. He's our number 9. Go out there and do the business.
And you know he's gonna score.
Yeah.
he's gonna score.
Yeah.
Against who?
First game of the season, he's gonna score. I'm telling you that.
Why did you say that? What gives you that?
Because
maybe it's written in the stars, man.
It's written in the stars. He's gonna have the fire in his belly when he hears the boos. Like he's gonna turn him up. Trust me.
Just hope you don't do that celebration because that will be the end of it.
Well, I beg to differ. I think he's gonna be a bit scared. That's how I would like to think. And if he ever.
He ain't gonna be scared.
If he ever does that celebration, bro,
you know he's not gonna be scared, Specs. You know he's not gonna be scared.
Well, he's Skants. He's actually been preparing for this game since the fixtures came out. Don't think Isaac ain't been preparing for the game since it came out. You know the fixtures. Trust me, he's training hard, especially for that game.
I want to check out that pussy old team. But big up American Julie. With the $199.
Big Daddy Stinky.
Oh, you went there. And you know, Months. Big up Months, by the way. Man will private keep messaging me them stupid messages. Oh, teach me that song, bro. Get out of here, bro. Anyway, American Geordie saying Austin brace, Isaac won't score nothing. And I hope so. Because trust me, if I see man do that, you better call security. Anyway, we don't condone violence or any sort of hostility on this channel. But yeah. We got American Geordie. Bro.
I'm not stressing like a lot of people, man. Like business will get done in it. It's just a very slow winner.
What was the last home the last friendly?
Who Liverpool's Leeds lost 4-2.
Yeah. What was the feeling? I heard some of the fans were a bit. How was your? I know you're more of a calm guy, but what was your honest?
Yeah, I weren't too bad. Me and Cav were doing a podcast at the time. To be honest with you, second half we put out a lot of kids. The only thing I was probably disappointed with is a few of the senior players. I felt sorry for the youngsters. We had a young backline. We had the 19-year-old kid we got from Austria, who's an absolute monster, man. He's played well all pre-season. Like
who's that?
I forgot his name. He's 6'6" already. Australian.
Yeah.
Kid's quality, man. He was good. He's had a good pre-season. So Bosnia's had a good pre-season. It was Gramovic's first game back, so I thought you can sort of allow him. I thought Jones was poor. He had a big moan about not being captain in the last game when Bosnia came off.
I saw all that.
He was captain for the second half, and he was disappointed. He was poor.
He wants that Inter Milan move, isn't it? That's why he's liking
They pay the money. They can take him, innit? Because if you're gonna perform like that, like you make a big deal that you want to be captain, and you perform like that in the second half, then it's got to go. We need obviously we need bodies, but it'll get done. It's just
I think
just got to be patient. Just got to be patient, man. There's a lot of people. Look today. We just got that centre back out of nowhere. That's the way Liverpool should act. Don't tell no one nothing, then bang, just drop it.
Just try a thing. We should have.
Man. And that's what we've got. We've got the centre back. Like I know a lot of people are saying, "Oh, he's this and he's just that," but he's not coming to be the first choice. He's coming to cover. You can cover at right back. You can cover at centre back. That's one body in. We get two more wingers in, and obviously if Jones goes, we get a DM in. That's a good window for me.
I hear that. Just before I get onto Barcola, because you're obviously no more than me. Big up Mighty man. He said he do think he's going to be the first manager to get sacked this season. Obviously, we don't know, but like in terms of like just go on top of your head, like you think it's going to be on a bit of a Lampard maybe or who like get me?
Nah, what's his name? The one who just
Areola?
signed for the one who just signed for
Areola. No, I'm being serious though. Like obviously Liverpool don't do that kind of stuff anyway. In that sense, but yeah, go on. Sorry,
your manager go before us. I can say that much. We'll go back to Saudi, man. Pick up his wage packet. No, I reckon. What's his name? Is it Gary O'Neill? He just signed for Ipswich.
Yeah. Who? Gary
O'Neill.
Gary O'Neill. Yeah, Ipswich. Yeah. That was a bit of a debatable one. And I was a bit like, I mean, I think it's from what happened, the situation they're in. I think that's a decent what's it called? A decent like manager to come in. I feel like get me because he didn't. I know we met left for him at Wolverhampton, whatever. But he did get me, bruv. He I think it's a safe bit. Just before you carry on, I can't really keep up with this thing. I didn't even know there's another bloody. Big up to American Geordie again with the super chat. If Liverpool lose to us, will there be Areola out? Shout. It depends. If you batter them, and surprise the odds. Get me? No, some of your fans are ruthless, bro. You get what I'm saying?
Nah, not like that. Not after one game, man.
Yeah. Not after one
game. You might have months or Roms.
Months can get animated. You get me? What's his? But I heard, and I don't know if is there any more light to that. Is it true that the verbal agreement's been between Liverpool and Barcola?
Nah, there's a lot of people saying that. I think it was
I'm sure that was from.
There's a French journalist who came out and said there's a verbal agreement, but what's it called? Fabrizio said there's been nothing agreed yet. I reckon it'll probably get done by I was hoping this weekend, but I reckon by next week. Apparently, put in 115 million euro bid in, and that's been rejected. But nothing official's gone in, so I reckon 125 probably do it.
Okay, was you a bit dejected that you missed out on Diamande, or are you thinking is it too much hype too soon?
Not really, man. If that's the player they went for, but you saw the drama he's been given, so you don't want that drama, man. You get what I mean? You don't want no dramas. Like 1 minute, yeah, his dad's a Liverpool fan, then it's like, oh yeah, I'm a PSG fan, and oh no, he's a Real Madrid. Nah. Kids confused, man.
Yeah,
Get what I mean?
Yeah, I know all the shit's gone behind it, but so like I heard some Liverpool fans or some Liverpool legends talk about why Liverpool keep going for these wingers, like when they should be concentrating first on like getting the centre backs, our positions in general. Do you feel the same way? I know what Cav thinks as well, but do you feel the same way?
Because we got the centre backs though, innit? We got the 2 young centre backs in. So do you want to block their path? What's the point of spending good money on them and then to be buying other centre backs? I do agree we should have got a right back by now, because obviously Bradley's injured, don't know when he's back, and Frimpong's not really a right back, he's a wing back. So I agree with that. But yeah, same work backwards. Like you saw last season, we needed speed. We had no speed in the team, so that's why they're going for wingers. That's what Verts thrives on. He thrives on people being able to run behind, for him to play the ball through.
Yeah.
So you're trying to accommodate him, aren't you? So you're saying work backwards, but and again, like what's top centre backs are out there at the moment to say go get a centre back?
And that's what. So when I heard that kind of like narrative of like, why they keep going for the wingers, just concentrate on other positions. Me personally, I just thought, yes, obviously transfer window time ticks in it, but I always thought, yeah, because I people get on to like, well, who's and whoever the other guys that are running their thing. But I was just like, there's no way Liverpool is really concentrating on wingers and it's going to the season and say this is it. Like he said that defensive wise, I said nah. But
you guys, before you continue.
Yeah, go on, bro.
No, I was going to say, because Liverpool, I swear you lot were, was it last season you lot was thinking about Diamande, getting him in?
No, it's Barcola. It was Barcola last season and trying to get him last summer.
No, I'm talking about like defensively. Was it?
No. What's his name? The guy from
I was a guy from Palace instead. They're thinking of, innit? The DM from Palace. What's his name?
Yeah. What's his name? He got injured, didn't he? Just before we went to sign him.
Yeah. I can't remember his name.
Is it Decore? I think Decore.
Who are you talking about?
Yeah.
I got it mixed up because I thought it was Diamande, who plays for Sporting, 22 years old, strong. Yeah. He's meant to be going Nottingham Forest, but Nottingham Forest don't want to pay the 40 million euro fee, which is like what, 34 million pounds. So he's a good defender. So I'm thinking that, you know, Liverpool obviously needs somebody. He's young. Why not go for someone like Diamande, who's played the last like 3 seasons in a row, all the games. He's got a lot of experience. You know, someone like him could come in. He don't get injured.
Yeah, but obviously again, he blocks a pathway for Leone and Jackie, don't he? They're a similar age, so if you bring him in,
but then Van Dijk's last season probably surely in as well, isn't it?
Possibly, man. Depends how he goes on this season, isn't it?
Have you got confidence in those defenders that you just mentioned?
Yeah.
What are you not got a bit of anxiety moving forward, or you're cool? You've seen enough.
Nah. From what I've seen of them, I think they'll be good. And if you look at it over the years, majority of centre backs who played next to Van Dijk have upped their level. Like if you look at it, look, Matip, Gomez when he played with him, Konate when he played with him.
I get what you're saying.
You get what I mean? They elevated his level. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if he's still there, they're going to elevate their level. You get what I mean?
And what's your expectations going for next season?
For me, it's
as it stands.
Make a challenge. Like obviously, if we get everything that we need in, I would say make a challenge for the league and a Cup, domestic cup. That'd be a good season. I wouldn't say he has to go in and win the league. Like, you got to be realistic, man. First season.
As a Liverpool fan, your standards are not to go with the league.
Nah, not for a new manager.
What about last year?
No, last year I said.
Yeah, before last year, when he won it, what was your feeling then?
I said to Cav, I want Liverpool to defend the league. That was my first
Defend
thing.
the title.
I just defend the title. I said that. I said that with the signings. I said from day one, from the season started, I said, go and defend the title. I don't care about any other cup. I want Liverpool to retain the title.
But don't you think Liverpool's standards, and as a fan, I don't know, I'm not Liverpool fans, I don't know what's the nicest.
No, but you got to look at the context, though. You got to look at the context, though, innit? You got a brand new manager. Yes, he's used to the league, but he's not used to playing every 3 days. We've had a lot of players leave, experienced quality players leave. Salah, Konate, Robinson. You get what I mean? You got new players coming in. Wirtz and Isak didn't have a great season, so you're expecting more from them. So I can't say Liverpool should go and win the league. That's just ridiculous talk. Like, it ain't gonna happen. You get what I mean?
Ekitike out to New Year.
There you go. Get your feet under the table. Get used to the. It's a different sort of pressure as well. Like, remember, he's played at Bournemouth. Playing at Bournemouth, done really well at Bournemouth, but let's have it right.
Win 2 games in a row and it's okay.
Yeah, and then you're not playing low blocks all the time. So is he going to be able to have the tactics to beat low blocks?
I don't think Marcel agrees with you there, Skants.
Yeah, Marcel's like, hey, Marcel in a minute. Just quickly on the super chat. Big up American Jordan again. Glad Ekitike won't be playing. He hates us. Laughing emoji. Bro, that guy, bruv, he called me anyway. I'm glad he ain't playing. Definitely. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, all jokes aside, because boy, do you get what I'm saying? But what's Marcel saying? Big up Marcel. He's my opt man. Me and my cool, but me and go at it. But we're blessed. The standards is always to go. Okay, so he's like Cav said, and that's what I was thinking.
I said challenge for the league, innit? I said go for challenge for the league and get a domestic cup. I'm not saying go out and win the league. It doesn't matter about standards. You got to use context. Yeah. So
what about when Slot come in and won his first season?
But what team did he have?
Yeah.
What players did he have?
Yeah, he had a better squad, I guess.
You get what I mean? There's a difference in squad. Salah,
Diaz, Salah on top form.
Diaz. Whatever you say about what's it called?
Nunes
was there. You get what I mean?
No, wait, he wasn't there when Slot was there, was he? Oh, was he there?
Yeah, he won the league with him, isn't
it?
Yeah.
God rest his soul. Jota was
Jota.
there. You get what I mean? Much better squad. So you got to use context. If he had that squad,
but I think Marcel's saying regardless, it should be that enemy. Not the whole Chelsea thing last year, and they finished with it. Like, regardless, it should be. Or is that too harsh? Is that too?
No, but it's like Spurs. What's it called? They're the traditional Big Six. They finished 17th for the last 2 years. Do they expect to be challenging for the top 6 week in every year? No, you got to use context. It's like you've lost 4 big players, right? 2 seasons ago, you won a cup and finished in the top 5 to get Champions League. So, do you expect to do that this season?
Yeah, come on, it's a bit different, bro.
It's the same. No, but it's the same.
I see where you're going with that, but
you get what I mean. No, but what I'm saying is, you've lost. It is the same. Now. You've lost your top players, right? You've lost your top players.
Yeah, but you're not left with like. Come on, bro. We're left. There's a bit of a difference, bro. And I agree with you going with it, but look who you've got left then.
No, we've got players left, but what I'm saying is, if you lose players, you can't then expect. You can't then expect your team to be up and running. Say, yeah, bang, we're gonna move straight in. Like for instance, like
I heard
like for instance, Man City, right? Man City should be challenging, but if they lose Rodri and they got Anderson, well, that's what I'm saying.
Man City get to the first bid, but sorry,
right? And they lose Rodri, they lose Pep. So standards, You still think they expect them to challenge for league? Yeah, you expect them to challenge for league. Do you think they'll win it? No, because they got a brand new manager.
I can't wait that one out yet. Yeah, because obviously the whole thing's so new, and their bench don't look too tasty as it stands right now.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm saying moving forward, and that's why it swings back round to Cav when I say, like, is it with chess that you say, regardless who we bring in or not, whether Bruno was there or not, do you think Arsenal? Remember, obviously, second time round, the mentality. They're
definitely favourites. Yeah, no, they're definitely favourites. But it's like you said, they've had a long, hard season. They finally reached the pinnacle of winning the league. So, like you said, is their mentality now going to drop? Saying, "Look, we've done it now, so we can rest in it. Like we've done it. Like they may not want to. Yeah, they may not want to do it, but like you said, they're hungry. They could just lose hunger in it because they've done it now. Yeah. You get what I mean? No matter, like, they're not doing it purposely, but psychologically, they're like, we've done it now, so we don't really need to go all out. You get what I mean?
I've heard a couple of the players speaking already about next season, Rice and stuff. When we won the league last season, like, there's a lot of interviews with the players, and all of them are saying, "Listen, we want to do it again. We want to go up.
Yeah,
we want our levels to go up. We want to retain it, and we want to win trophies on top of it as well. Like, obviously, we got to 2 finals last season that we lost, and we won the league. But now I think the mentality now is like, no, we got to retain the league, and we got to win something on top of that as well, and
go for everything.
Go for as much as we can, man. And that's why I don't. We've got. I mean, when it comes to depth in the midfield, we've definitely got the best midfield depth in the whole league. The only thing that worries me, we've got a great defense as well. Obviously, Saliba's going to be out for a while, but we've got a fantastic defense. The only thing that worries me is going forward. Like, we're not scoring enough goals as we should be. We're not killing games. Do you know what I'm saying? So for me, I would like, obviously, another left-sided winger to come in, and I wouldn't even mind another striker coming as well. Gabby Jesus looks like he could be going Napoli. Who knows? He might be. But I feel like we need another striker as well. Maybe a younger striker that can come in and maybe not get as many games, but someone that could come off the bench with a bit of real speed and maybe finish off some games as well sometimes. Because last season we weren't finishing games. We were so tight in the games, like me and Skants discussed, that, as much as we would like to bring off a Saka or bring off a Rice, we couldn't, because we were only 1 goal ahead and we can't afford to bring off top players. I think now if we get to that point where we start scoring a lot of goals, I think there'll be a lot more kind of rotation early, and there'll be less fatigue in the players, and they'll be getting more rest and stuff. So I think if we can kind of get a few more players in, like, I know they're talking about Alvarez again today, because if Barca do get Rodri, I don't think they're gonna have enough funds. They ain't gonna have enough funds to get Alvarez as well after that. Obviously Alvarez wants to go there, but I mean, if we pay the right price for them, Atletico will accept it. They're talking about Njai as well from Everton, quality player, but the thing is, I don't like to put down players, because some players, they come from other lower league clubs, and you think, oh man, what they're gonna do, and then they just turn up. I can't off the top of my head, I can't really name, but I'm sure there's loads of players that's come from like a lower team to like a Liverpool or like a Man City or something like that, and they've lit it on fire. Do you know what I'm saying? So
Andy Robertson, man, got him from relegated hole.
That's true. 1 second, hold that thought. Yeah, just gonna read that. You probably already seen it. Big up Marcel for the $1.99. Wait, I thought Marcel was from the ends. What, man from the States? Well, somewhere anyway, with dollars. Anyway, no way he just compares Spurs and who did that? Was that you, Skants? I don't know what.
I didn't compare him. I'm just saying, like,
Marcel the trolls at the same time.
You get what I mean? I'm not gonna compare them.
Yeah.
All the money comes through in dollars, man. No matter who sends it, Specs, it comes through. Like, even American. Well, he's American. I know
Since
that.
When?
I've noticed a lot of them. Done it?
Is that
I noticed on some.
Nah, bro. I've seen pounds before.
when I was looking on, I think I was watching 90s mags.
Let me know, Marcel,
And
if I'm the
a
end.
lot of them was coming through.
Oh, probably, you know, something to get up F notes, man. But big up for the super chat same
Who
way.
knows,
You know what I'm
man?
saying? But nah, sorry, Scans. What were you saying? Apart, well, we'll get interrupted for that bit, but I think he was elaborating on what Cav was saying. 'Cause I think they are favourites. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
definitely favourites. It's just
Go on.
I know what I hear what
I don't want to
Cav's
see
saying
it
about.
though. But yeah.
Yeah, of course. But I hear when Rice is
Fucking
saying
hell.
about they want to go for everything, but there's still that.
Is that what you
little-
said?
Yeah, no,
Mm.
that's what Rice is saying, and that's the way to say it, isn't it? That's the way to go into the season, man. But I still think psychologically they may dip a bit. That's the feeling I may have. They're not doing it purposely. So, and then again, is Arteta going to double down on his tactics? Like it won him the titles, so is he going to adjust his tactics now? That's the thing. But they're definitely favourites. Like Cav said, they've got the strongest midfield selection in the league. There's not really much drop off. Like me and Cav discussed on the pod on Thursday.
Red Pitch podcast.
Is do you, like I was saying, like does Skelly now think to yourself, do I want to be sitting on the bench again? Because he played brilliant in the last 4 or 5 games of the season. But now, obviously, Bruno comes in. Bruno, for that price, is not going to be on a bench. He's going to be starting. So, does he think to himself, do I want to stick around to be a bit part player again? So, that's the only thing I would say on that.
Look at Ranieri. What happens to Ranieri? Cav, what happens to him?
Well, apparently, Leipzig, they lost Diamande, so they want Waneri. And apparently we might be open to it if we have a buyback clause, and if not a buyback, if we don't buy him back, then a large sell-on percentage fee. I don't want him to go, but I think Dowman's now ahead of him in the squad. In midfield, Odegaard and Eze are ahead of him. So it's like he's down in the pecking order. So what happens? Me personally, I would probably like I'd like Noni to go and Waneri to be the backup to Saka, because Waneri's end product is much better than Noni's end product. Noni will skip past 1 or 2 players, but the end product just isn't there. Obviously, he scored some good goals for us last season. He scored some fantastic goals, but
he played his part.
I don't think he did it. He did enough for us on that right hand side, and he played on the left certain games as well. I don't think he done anything on the left at all, so I wouldn't even put him there. But
so you think Saka's back to his full fitness now? Saka.
Yeah, he said he's fit, man. When England went out.
Yeah, I clocked that. He's like, brother, I've been cool all this time. He says, I'm too cool. You really believe that, though? You believe all that? You think he's like, bro, I'm ready to go?
I believe, I feel that he might have been able to play, but if I'm honest, I like what Tuchel did, and I like that he kind of protected him, because he knows Saka's played a hell of a lot of games, and he's just come back from injury, and he's not really been the same. So I'm kind of glad Tuchel did that, to be honest. I wouldn't have been happy if he rinsed out Saka in the World Cup. So I'm quite happy, man. And maybe that has preserved his fitness and his kind of reoccurring injury. And for the reason for him saying, yeah, I'm fit, I can play, because he was preserved. I think if he was rinsed out, I don't think he might have had a setback somewhere. So it is what it is, man.
Was he gutted they never got Morgan Rogers? Even for that price. Like, do you think he should have went all that? Or obviously he said he preferred Chelsea, whatever. Biggest club in London, apparently. Whatever. But yeah was he like bothered about that? Or was he like, whatever, keep it moving?
I'm not gonna lie, yeah. Like when we were linked with him, of course I was like, oh yeah, I want him. But the only problem I was thinking was like he was coming in as a left wing, and in my head I'm like, he's not the left winger I would want. No, not as a left winger. And I think, where are you going to play? In the centre, Eze's there. Unless Odegaard was leaving, fair enough. But like, you're not coming in to play a number 10 or really as a second striker. You're coming in as a left winger. So in my head, I was like, you're not really a left winger. to me.
He's definitely starting
Do you know
somewhere
what
for
I
that
mean?
price. I'll tell you that. Do you get what I'm saying?
Well, yeah.
What's your thoughts on Chelsea anyway? Do you think like what do you think? Do you think because last year, you know what I'm saying? Like, where do you think the angle is now under Alonso and that? Do you think there's anything to be? Not that Arsenal got to be scared of anything, but do you think anyone else, the so-called top, should be worrying about Chelsea? They got Welbeck in. People can think what they want. I think it's a good signing. Bit too late, but Welbeck. Get me?
Experience.
For them, they need that. Mm-hmm. The Henderson one, I don't know what's that about, but whatever. But what do you think of Chelsea as it stands, their signings and that, and going forward?
I think, if I'm honest, I think Chelsea will do well this season. I think the good thing about it is that they don't have any European football, and they only have one game a week. Like Skants was saying about your manager, you know, so you're preparing just week by week, and Chelsea they've got a strong squad. They've got quality players. So when you're only preparing for one game a week, it's gonna be better for them, and it'll probably be easier for them as well. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of like Man United last season when they didn't have any Europe. It's like, you know, when Carrick came in, obviously they kind of stepped up. But I think if United had Europe when Carrick came in, I don't think United maybe would have had that push that they had and finished as high as they did.
Different ball game.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Alonso is good. Like I said, he's brought in some good players, but apparently Chelsea, I saw today something about they got to sell, is it 12 or something like that?
16.
They got 16 players.
16 to 18 players they've got to sell by by the beginning of the season, I think it is.
Yeah, because obviously they've got the transfer ban already for, I think, the next two transfer
suspended.
So, you know what I mean? They've got to kind of sort this out before they can thing. I don't know who was on that list for sale. I don't know, Skants, if you know, but obviously Enzo. If Rodri goes, what's his name, Mascara? He wants Enzo Fernandez from Chelsea for Man City. If Rodri goes, that's who he wants in. So if that happens as well, obviously, then I mean, yeah, it's gonna be interesting. But I think Chelsea will do well, to be honest. With the one game a week, yeah, I think they'll do well, man.
I'm not really sure on them right now, like in terms of where it's gonna. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, all the things you just said, basically. You know what I'm saying? Big up Mighty Mag. That's our advantage. We have no 2 to 3 games in the same week. With Skants used to always beat me with a stick with everything. Anyway, I hate when he said it. I'm like, no, we're cool. It's like, all right then, bro. Now look. Anyway, Mighty Mag's a good point there. You get what I'm saying? Due to no European games, and I think there's already a guy left for Newcastle anyway, but that has killed us off more. Do you get what I'm saying? Because like that Barca, bro, that Barca game with 2 legs. Because what? We played it 3 times. Didn't it? Yeah, we played it 3 times last year. You get me?
Yeah, group stages and then
group stage, knockout. And then when we took it back to the Camp Nou, no camp.
Yeah, they battered
my life watching, bro. It was so bad. No one even really. Like, you might even say anything to me. It's just loud. Like, you felt just leave specs alone because I was ill, and the whole season was making me ill anyway. You get me, bro? Like I said, raw. And I remember getting optimistic, thinking, raw, we're gonna do something surprise, and then we'll see what happened. I said, you know what? Let that go. Got the game against the Scumberland. Remember that straight after the Barca game.
Oh yeah.
Bro. And I said, it's after that game, as you know, I've been back in Eddie Howe to the last straw. It's after that game, I said, big man, you have to go, bro. Just not because you're a shit manager, but right now it's gone left. It's time to go. Obviously, you stayed and none of the rest. But anyway, that's all mad. But now, man, them. Do you want to say anything else before we wrap up? You want to plug the show? I'm going to put the guys' names. They both run the Red Pitch podcast, Liverpool, Arsenal talk, and football in general. And they're pretty consistent, these two. Go and check their lives from yesterday and the videos, like every day or every 2 days. They're part of the crew. If you ain't hit the like button yet, I'd much appreciate if you could. I appreciate you guys even still here, staying in there. Get me? It's been a good show. Guys came in and that. Had a bit of banter. It's a normal conversation. And we'll be here tomorrow again. Same time now. Our session is back now. Because the season's starting soon.
Yeah, it's back now, yeah?
Yeah. It's back.
Okay,
What that was. But yeah. Night hour session. The night hour session. I don't know what the hell that was. The night hour session is fully back. These two are obviously part of it. You're going to see the guys as well. And we're going to get down again. You get me? But hit the like buttons. Hit a sub if you're new to this. Hit the hype. When it ends, it helps. But these guys' names, the Red Pitch Podcast, will be in the description. So please go follow and sub. It's free. You get what I'm saying? Whack. That's a new one. Man said whack the like buttons now. Big up Mighty Man. Yeah, that's it. Well, that's a Jordy thing, boy. But yeah, hit the like buttons, man. I appreciate it. Go on.
I've just put the link of the channel in the comments. So just copy and paste if you can, man. Hit a subscribe, man.
And it will be in the both and the description. Big up Tuna. All right, I thought Dr. Tuna left. He's been there for time. Big up Dr. Tuna, like most people have. You get me? Big up, man.
We'll be back on Sunday. Obviously, we've both got games, so we'll be back Sunday evening.
Sunday, what time? 10 a minute.
Probably about
roughly
half 7, 8 o'clock. We will be jump on, review our games. We both got friendlies on Sunday, so we'll both review those games, and then we also will jump on if there's any breaking news. So obviously, Liverpool signed a defender today, so spoke about it today. But yeah, any breaking news, we'll normally drop a short out there.
Yeah,
and
man.
let you know.
Yeah, man. And obviously, I don't know if you had earlier specs, but Barcola, but they're talking about Arsenal hijacking that Barcola, so hopefully that happens.
What? That's a tomorrow. Well, the pyramid man at the tomorrow conversation. Whether you man are here or not, we'll be putting more news. I thought it was all agreed verbally with Liverpool. Obviously, ain't. I get signed up to the Red Pitch. Big up Mighty Mag. Appreciate.
Big up Mighty Mag, man.
Big up, man.
Big up Gunnar J. Yeah, Yildiz, quality player. Yildiz, Keenan Yildiz. So from Juventus, hopefully.
Big up Gunnar J, man. Big up to the Arsenal fans.
Go for him, man. No, I was reading his comment in it. Yildiz, quality.
I heard, I heard he was. There was other Arsenal fans talking about that. You got what I'm saying? I don't remember who it was, but I've been hearing that name ringing bells. You got what I'm saying?
Good player, very good player, man.
Yeah, but hands down, I agree. You know what I'm saying? Big up to Gunnar J, man. Big up to anyone that's just coming in. Apologies, but man can't. You get me? Big up to all 26 of you left in there. And again, not the usual times from 9:30, 10 o'clock onwards, night hour session. Put your alarms on if you have to, whatever you call it, the bells, whatever. You get what I'm saying? But like if you ain't yet, before we come out, I appreciate you guys. Without you lot, it don't mean nothing. It doesn't work. And hype the button if you can as soon as it finishes. It helps. And go check out Red Pitch. So to all 25 left of you here, peace and love. And we go again tomorrow. Big up.
Yes. Peace.
Peace.